Yeah, that's a good.
You don't want it too tight, otherwise it's going to give you a neck rash.
You need to be able to move a little bit.
Yeah, you want it to move. Like when I have my strap, it's pretty loose.
Okay, mine.
Sure, but yeah, it's usually you use it when you're standing up.
So you want it pretty loose.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah. It's pretty good. Yeah.
That looks really good. Usually when you're sitting down, you won't need it as much. Hello.
Hello.
No, it's good. Yeah, don't worry about it. But if it's bothering, you can always take it off too. Okay, we've got how many people here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of us. That's pretty good. And we got Eric online here. So Eric is in Reno, Nevada, correct? So he's joining us by Zoom today because he lives in Reno for this when he's not here at school. Okay, we're so excited you're here. Do you mind checking his in a second? When you think you're ready, we'll have somebody check your guitar tuning. Okay, the first thing that we're gonna do is I just want to make sure we have everybody listed here. Okay, where is Joshua? Is Joshua here? Joshua Wilkes? Okay. What about Ben Adams? Hi, Ben. Do you know Josh?
Yes.
Cool. Is he going to come today?
Probably not.
Okay. Ben's here. What about Curtis?
Here.
Hi, Curtis. What about Ken? Oh, that's your... Remember your name. Enoch. You're replacing your mom, aren't you? Good. Now you got to go home and teach her. Yes. That's cool. Okay, Trevor. Nice. Okay, is Ellie's here? Cool. Hi, Ellie. Okay, now if you didn't grab, there's pencils if you want to grab one, and if you need a stand, you can grab one over at the back. Okay, is Dylan here? Hey, Dylan. What? And the pencils are just on this chair as you come in. We got Stein. Hi, Stein. John. Not John yet. Okay, what about Olivia? Okay, and Jack. Hey, Jack. And Tate. Okay. Oh, that's hi, Tate. Okay. How did practicing go this week? How many of you picked up your guitar at least one time before you came to class today? Yeah. Cool. How many of you try to do it every day? Wow, you guys are amazing. Okay. That is, when you're trying to learn a new skill, the best thing to do is try to do, even if it's just a little bit. If you don't have a half hour, it's okay. Say, I've only got 10 minutes, but I'm going to spend this 10 minutes just reviewing, and that will be the biggest difference, okay? All right, so we got everybody's guitars in tune. Today we're going to talk about, review the names of the notes on your strings, okay? So, we had an acronym. Who remembers the acronym? Stein taught us the acronym, so we're gonna ask somebody else. Okay, Jack. Oh, not Jack. Ben.
I don't remember the guy's name, but we like him. Dynamite. Goodbye, Eddie. Goodbye, Eddie.
Good. Okay, so Eddie.
Dynamite. Goodbye, Eddie.
Nice. Okay, let's say it all together. Eddie ate dynamite. Goodbye, Eddie. And it actually makes sense. So if you eat dynamite, you're out of there, right? There's no way. So each note we're going to play together at the same time. And I want you to listen. Make sure you're in tune with each other. Okay? So let's play the top E. This is your lowest note. Okay, so E. Let's play A together. Good. Let's play D. Good. What's the next one called?
G.
And then we got B and E. Nice. So do you guys sound, it sounded like we're pretty good in tune. Okay, I'm going to teach you something called relative tuning. Okay? If you can only tune one note, so if you can tune just one note, your top note, you can tune the rest of it without your thing, okay? So we're gonna just pretend that this is all out of tune, okay? We get this top one tuned up, and what is it called? E. An E, okay. Now once you got that in tune, I want you to go 4 frets up, and there should be a little dot. Do you see a little dot on the 4th fret? Mm-hmm. You're gonna put your finger on that, and it should be the same note as the next one down. So you're putting your finger on the 4th fret top string, and you're gonna be playing an A. The 4th fret. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5. Yeah, I was totally wrong. 5th fret up. I'm putting it on the 5th fret and saying the 4th. Sorry. Can you hear that it's the same note? Okay, now play the next string down, and it should be an A, right? So those should match.
That's so cool.
Now move your finger down 1 fret. No, 1 string down. So you're on the 5th fret. Now you're playing a D, and you can check it with your next one. Okay, can you guys go around and make sure they're understanding what this is? Okay. So can you hear that those are the same note?
That's so cool.
It is cool. Okay, now move it down 1 more. And those 2 notes should be the same. Okay, let's see. Does that make sense? You're going to put it on the 3rd fret down. Or the 3rd, okay? Yep, hit that one. And I'll go down 1 more. But keep it here. See how those are the same note? Yeah. Okay. Now, this next fret, or the next string, you have to move over to the 4th fret. Oh. And it's going to sound like a B. So you're going to make sure that that is looking the same. Okay, everybody got that B tuned? Now move 1 more over. Go back to the 5th fret, and this should sound like an E. So you're playing an E. Can I hear you play yours? So you're going to put on the 5th, right here. Play that one. And that should be the same as that.
This is just a little higher.
No, it sounds perfect. It sounds perfect. Okay, so that is relative tuning. You can review that in your book. There is a page in here that talks about relative tuning. Good question. Let's see if I can find it.
Is it past where we are?
Yeah, it's kind of in the back by in reference section. And I will attach what that is in your emails. Now, if you're not getting an email from me, will you raise your hand if you haven't gotten emails from me?
I'm getting emails from me too. Kind of.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I might want to make sure you guys know what's going on. Okay. All right, so we're going to do a quick review. Who can show me how to play a C chord, the C chord we learned? Okay, good. Okay, I want you to try to explain it right here in the front. Our friend, yes.
All right. So the C chord, you take your first finger, which is your index finger, you put it on the second string up on the 1st fret.
Second string up on the 1st fret. Let's hear. And how many strings?
And just the bottom 3 strings.
Bottom 3 strings. Let's hear that C chord. Music. That sounds good.
Why is it called a C chord? You just pluck the sounds like a C.
Yeah. Move yours over to the first fret, though. You're on this. There you go. Okay, now we're going to move it down. And what chord does that make? We're going to G7. Here's the G7. Nice. Okay. Open up your books. We're going to play a song.
Which one?
We're going to play page number 6. We're going to sing Are You Strumming? Okay. This one only has that one chord in it. The C chord. Now, how many times does it have a slash on every measure? Yes. 4. There's about 4 measures in there that only have 3 slashes, right? So when we get to the part where it says, yes, I am, you're just going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're all doing down strums, okay? So find your C. How many of you, your fingers are a little numb from playing a lot? It is okay if, yeah, are you getting a callus? Good. Now, if it gets overwhelmingly painful, it is okay to switch it to the second finger. Okay? It's okay.
So the finger doesn't affect the sound.
It doesn't affect the sound, and it will also help develop the callus in your other fingers. Because eventually you're going to have a callus on every one of those 4 fingers, okay? So let's try Are You Sleeping? We're going to count strumming. Don't sleep during this song. It's actually from the folk song Are You Sleeping, but they changed the words to Are You Strumming? We're going to count 1, 2, ready, strum. Are you strumming? Are you strumming? Yes, I am. Wait. Yes, I am. Wait. I am a guitarist. I am a guitarist. Watch me jam. Watch me jam. I think it sounded great. Did anybody have any problems with the C chord? No. Okay, awesome. I think we're ready to move on to page number 7. But before we do that, I have to make sure everybody knows. We wrote down some of these terms up here on the board that are on page 6. What we were just playing, like this, duh, duh. What is that called?
The beat?
Excellent. It is the beat, or they also call it the pulse, like your heartbeat. It's constant. It doesn't change. Well, we're trying to keep it the same, right? It's just constant. Now, what we were singing is called the rhythm on top of the pulse, okay? So you can have this beat like this, and you can sing other values like da 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 da. But here's the pulse that you were strumming, okay? Now, this first note right here, I'm going to write a note up on here. I want you to tell me, what is this called? Quarter note. Okay, how many counts does a quarter note get?
A quarter.
Okay, what does that mean? What does a quarter mean?
1 plus 1/4 of a measure.
Okay, now Tyler, my intern yesterday, explained it really well to our class. I really liked it. If you think of a dollar bill, how many quarters make up a dollar bill?
4.
Okay, so that's exactly like this quarter note. You have to have 4 to make up a whole note, okay? So you got your quarter note right here, and when you have 4 time, you're going to have 4 of these in it. Now, if you have a open note like this, what is that called?
Half note.
Hold on, we got to hear other people too in this class. What do we got back here? A half note. And tell me, how many counts does a half note get? A half of a measure. So 2 counts. Okay, so we're going to put in here, this equals 1, this equals 2. Okay, what is our next note that So let's see. It's not even on here, but it looks like this. Okay, I know you know what this is. What is it called? A whole note. Yes. And a whole note gets how many counts? 4 counts. Nice. Okay. So when you see this right here, this is the treble clef. This is called a bar line. And a bar line makes up your measures. Okay? And this is one measure. This is a measure. Here's the treble clef. That's all that you need to learn on this thing. Okay. Now, the other thing, we're going to learn a little bit more about the notes later. So turn the page over to 7. We're going to sing He's Got the Whole World in His Hands. How many of you ever sang this song before? You are at least familiar with it? If you can't sing and play at the same time, right now, it's fine. Just worry about strumming 4 counts for every measure. Now we're going to play C's and we're going to play G's. In order to get us set up, we're going to do an introduction. And our introduction is really important to kind of get us set for what the first note's going to be. So I'm going to have you play 2 C's, 2 G's, and 3 C's. And then we're going to start singing. I'd like you to write that in right at the top of your paper right here. I'm going to have you write introduction and write that C, C, G, G, C, C, C. Grab a pencil if you didn't get one. So it's going to look like we're going to write it right here. Intro. And you're going to write C, C, and that's 1 strum for every letter name. Okay? C, C. And I'm going to play it for you so you can hear how that sounds.
So it's C, C, G, G, C, C.
Now, I've been saying G, but it's actually a G7. Yes. So write a little 7. Macy, could you write a 7 on there?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Because a G chord is going to look a little bit different.
Just a little 7 in the corner?
Yep, just a little 7. It's wherever you put it's great. So this is what the introduction is going to sound like, okay? We're going to play C, C, G, G, C, C, C. He's got the whole, and then you start right there. So what we're singing on He's Got the is called pickup notes because it's just a part of a measure. It's not the full measure. Okay, are you guys ready for our introduction? Okay, so find your C chord, and remember you're going to go right into the G right after, so you want to get that G ready.
So it says there's 4 counts. Do we just do 4 counts every measure?
Every measure you're gonna strum.
Consistent strum.
Yep, a consistent strum, a down, down strum. Okay, are you guys ready? And if you don't have a pick, you can just use your finger.
I have a pick.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, G7, C, 2, 3. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole, now we're doing G7, world in his hands. He's got C, world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. Back to the C. Okay, double bar line. What do you think that means? That's right, it's the end. So we just go to there and then we are done. Okay, I was amazed. You guys did really good at transitioning from the C to the G7, really good. How many were able to kind of hear the melody while they were playing? You could hear it? Okay, I would like you to try to sing it. Okay? You can sing really quiet, but I want you to try to sing at the same time. If you need to switch fingers because your one finger's kind of hurting, no problem. Okay, let's try it. Girls, we're going to sing loud. Okay, we're going to do our introduction after we count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. 2, 3, stop. Now on the ending, because there's only 3 counts at the end, you only have to do 1, 2, 3, then stop. Because their pickup is up at the top. Does that make sense? So the bottom of the measure is not gonna have as many counts because it got put up at the top of the measure.
So
Kind of cool, huh?
the pickup always gets put right in the end. Like so.
The pickup is what is the leftover from the bottom of the song.
And then they just decide to put it in there.
Well, you decide what your pickup is first, and then you take away. Don't worry about it. It's
Just play it like you're supposed to.
yes. Okay, we're gonna try the next song, and then we're gonna take a little break from our guitars. Okay. Oh, I love it. Let's put this like sing your rest position just for a second. Okay, how are we feeling?
Good.
Anybody have any questions or having problems with these chords or anything? Just if you're in the middle and you're like, I am stuck, raise your hand while we're playing it, and one of these gals will run back, see what's going on. Okay? Do you have a question?
Yeah. How long is our calluses gonna take to build up?
Is yours already built up for one?
It's like, it's a little bit. I can definitely feel it different.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
feels a little harder.
Yeah, it just depends on every person. It also depends on how many days a week you're practicing.
I practice every day.
If you practice every day, you'll build it up pretty quick. Yeah.
Like a week?
Let's say a month.
That's quick.
Yeah, it took me about 2 months because I wasn't as good of a practicer. But if you're a really good practicer, let's say a month, and if you get it really faster than that, that means you're spectacular.
It's also good if you're not playing the guitar. I always just grab my phone and
Self-mutilation.
Do you just jet your fingers?
And the other thing some people do is if it's really starting to hurt, I've seen people put a little bit of super glue on their fingers, and it just kind of builds a little bit of so it doesn't hurt as much.
Is that a smart idea?
It doesn't really hurt. I've done it before, and it doesn't hurt that much. That's if you were in an emergency and you needed to play the guitar for a long time and you don't have your calluses built up. So don't worry about that.
So don't do it unless you're in like an emergency.
Yeah.
Like you have to play for 2 hours.
Yes, exactly. Okay, let's try. We're going to try Water Come a Me I. This is a Trinidad song, okay?
What does that mean?
It's a country.
That meant like.
No, this is a different country. Okay, so what we're gonna play is it changes a little bit more often. Every measure or every line goes to your G7 for just one measure. Okay, we're gonna continue strumming 4 beats per measure. Okay, is everybody ready? We're gonna just do 4 strums of C for your introduction. Okay, 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Every time I remember Liza, water come a me up. Res. Every time I think of Liza, water come a me up. Keep going. Come back, my And that's where the double bar line is. So that's how it kind of works. If you have a repeat sign, you go back up the top, then you play until you get to the ending. So it's like chorus, verse, and then you end with the chorus. Okay.
So the repeat means to
Is that, I thought you guys were amazing. You guys are doing so well. So I'm going to have you challenge to practice both of these songs every day, okay? So let's turn to page number 8, and we're going to talk about counting. And I already gave you a little bit of information on counting when we talked about quarter note, half note, and whole note. I need everybody to put their guitars in a safe place and come get a rhythmic instrument. So go ahead and choose a rhythm instrument. I'm going to check in with our folks from home. How's everybody doing back home? Eric, are you hearing everything okay? Cool. And John, I'm glad to see you're here. If you want to turn your screen on, John, and show me like a chord, if you have a question, you can do that. Oh, good. Thanks, John. Now, if you guys have any questions, put something in the chat, and Eric can help you out, because Eric is here to help with the chat.
So this is, I haven't played drum in so long.
Yep, we'll show you how to play.
I feel ashamed that I don't know how to play drum. Should I?
Nope, don't worry. We're going to show you how to play. So does everybody have some instruments? Cool. Now, if you're at home, you can play body percussion. You can do this at home, too. You can tap your knees. You can clap your hands. You can tap the table. Whatever works.
Didn't you say that we have to name everyone and get a treat?
I'm going to test you at the end of the week. I mean, at the end of the lesson, if someone can name everybody that's here, I'll have a treat for you next week. It will be a test.
Can we just have a treat right now because we're all good kids?
Nope. Okay, we're on page number 8, and we're going to do number 6, the clapper. Now, the cool thing about this line is you only have 2 notes that you have to worry about. The quarter note that gets 1 count, the half note gets 2 counts, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to have half of the group be the beat, okay? So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This group, I'm going to have you guys just play the beat, okay? Now the drum is going to be played, just like this is your beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they're going to keep that steady beat. This side of the room is actually going to play. You guys might want to see this. We're going to have them do the counting, okay? And then we're going to switch, okay? All right. So let's have this side of the group. We're going to play 2 measures worth of counting to get the steady beat. And then you guys are going to start, okay? You guys ready?
We're on the clapper.
On the clapper, yeah. Are you ready? We'll do instruments real quiet so we know when to start. 1, 2, 3. Now you're going to start. So we're gonna have 2 measures of no, just beat. And then you guys start. Will you count out loud too when you go 1, 2, 3, 4? Yeah. When you do it? Okay. Okay, that was an experiment. You guys follow. This side follows these girls. This side is just the beat. Okay, ready? 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. 'How did you do? Okay, let's have this group start. You guys are going to do 2 measures of just the beat, help keep the tempo, and then we're going to do just the beat. Then we'll all do the rhythm together. Okay, ready? You guys ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, cricket is so fun. I love that sound. That sounds really cool. Okay, does anyone have any questions about how to play their instrument? You guys got it figured out? Okay, we're going to have the beat now in your head. So when you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, you need to be thinking da, 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 da. Okay, we're going to just think it in our mind for 4 counts. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 1 or 2 times where somebody got a little bit scrambled a little bit. So we're going to do that clapper one more time. Let's see if we can all stick together. So keep the beat for 4 counts, and then we'll start right on that first measure. Ready? 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 4. Nice. That's sounding really good. Okay, do you guys think we're ready to go to tap and pick?
What is tap and pick? Like,
it's number 7.
okay.
It's just the name.
It says pick. Does that mean that we have to like?
Nope. But what you're going to do is on measure number 2, there is a whole note. So how many counts does that whole note get? Yeah, so the whole note is, you're going to just play it one time, and it's not going to sustain like if you were to sing or playing an instrument. Sometimes when you're playing an instrument, you can hold it out for 4 counts. So just make sure you just hit on that 1 count and then wait 4 counts till you go on, okay? Let's try tap and pick. Are you ready? 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. That was perfect. Oh my head. Woo! That was amazing. Wow. Okay, how about let's try number 8. The whole 9 yards, because this has all of it. It's got half notes, whole notes, quarter notes.
And then essential elements quiz is gonna have.
That one you're gonna do at home. It's just you're gonna be writing in the counts of how much each note is. Okay? Are you ready? Number 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. Okay, you guys are so good. We're going to try something for fun. Remember our groups that we had half and half? We're going to have this half of the room do number 7. This half of the room is going to do number 8, and we're going to mash them together, okay? So this is important for you to really focus on your rhythm and not what your neighbor is doing, because it's going to sound a little different. Okay, so you guys are going to do number 8. We're going to do number 7. Okay, we're going to start at the same time. Are you ready? And you guys at home, choose whichever line you want to do, okay? 1, 2, ready, play. 1, 2, 3. Wow, that was cool. Let's switch, okay? And I loved when we were just stopping and we could hear you guys play. That sounded really cool. Okay, so switch the other line. We're going to do 8. They'll do 7. Okay. Yeah. 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, I want to talk a little bit about your drumming. So if your hand is on the back of the drum at all touching this, it's going to sound muted, right? You want to just touch the frame of the drum. And if you hit it kind of on the edge, it's going to have a little more sound. If your drum is not sounding the way you want it to, you can try another drum if you want. You can also hit it in the middle. You can sit it on sides. You can hit it with your fingers. There's lots of different ways to play. Okay, I think we should do one last thing with our drums while everybody has their drum. Just
What's this?
2 more minutes. Okay, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna start with a basic rhythm, and then I want you, remember how last week we had you say your name with your rhythm? You get to do whatever rhythm you want, okay? So this is called free improvisation, okay? I'm gonna keep that consistent beat, and where your rhythm fits in is however you choose, and we're gonna see how it sounds. When I put my hand up, it means that we're gonna start getting softer and softer until it just goes away. Okay? But listen to the people around you and see how cool you can fit your rhythm in there. Kind of like we did different rhythms. That's kind of what we want you to do, your own rhythm. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, I'll start playing first, and then you guys join however you want.
It is a try.
Okay, get really loud. That sounded really cool. So, what did you think? Did you hear other sounds around you? What did you guys notice? Any other sounds that you noticed that you really liked?
Mostly the cricket.
Did you hear
That's
the
all
cricket?
I could hear.
The cricket sounded really cool. Anybody hear something in the back? The block of wood. Did you like that?
I heard that too. That
Yeah.
was loud.
Very loud. You can hear it hard.
The block of wood was sounding cool. I could hear the tambourine because it was a little bit different. Yeah, that was awesome. Okay, cool. Well, now that our fingers had a little chance to take a little break, we're going to put our instruments back. Just go ahead and stick them. We're going to put these.
That would have been fun to have.
The red drums are gonna nest here. Yeah, they're gonna nest over there.
That would have been fun to play that huge drum.
Yeah, that's maybe next time you could choose that
I
one.
call cricket next to
Immediately caught my eye.
Okay. We're gonna turn the page. Well, I guess we're not turning. Your assignment for this week is to do number 9, to write in the number of beats for each note, okay? So we're going to talk about note reading. So turn to page number 9, and we're going to talk about these different notes. The spaces spell a word. What does it spell? Face.
Fat Albert can't eat.
F-A-C-E, or you can say Fat Albert can't eat. That's cute. And then our lines are E, G, B,
Boy,
D,
is there a
F.
sponge.
Or even George Bush.
I have not heard that one. That's cute. Even George Bush don't flush. Doesn't flush. That's cute.
What do you
Okay.
have against him? What did he ever do to you?
So we're gonna learn 3 notes today. Now, the cool thing is it's all on one string. Your highest string is the only string you have to play. One string at a time. So I want you to play that high open string. Can you hear how the high E? Okay, that is an E, and it's the highest space. F-A-C-E. Okay, so every time you see that high space, that is your E. Okay? Now, if you add your finger that you play for F7 onto that first fret, right? This is your F string, this is an F. Good. Okay, so let's play the E open. And now put one finger down, we're gonna play F. Beautiful. Okay. You got, okay, so if you're having a hard time with hearing your thing, you need to push a little harder. You can also put it closer to your fret. That will help make the sound. Okay? Come bring me your instrument. Let's see. How about you take it?
What's wrong with it this time?
I don't think anything's wrong with it, but we're going to take the time and just check. Okay, we got to go like this, right? Oh. Okay, so let's see. We got open E. Hear that? It's working just fine. You just have to adjust your fingers so it will work just right.
Push it hard?
Well, it's not really about how hard you press, but it's how equal you're pressing. So you want to make sure you're pressing just down and make sure you're on that tip of the finger. And you're not muting. Maybe you're touching another string with it. So you'll have to experiment at home. Okay, now we're going to learn one more note, and it's E. It's G. So G is on the 3rd fret, 1st string. Good. Okay, so the first line on number 10 is made up all of whole notes. It's going to go E, F, G, and then you're going to go back down, F, E. So you're going to play each of those notes we just learned in order. It's getting better. It's getting better. Okay, here we go. We're going to just play one note at a time. 1, 2, ready, go. Open E, 3, 4. F, 2, 3, 4. G, 2, 3, 4. Back to F. 2, 3, 4. And open E. Perfect. So you're just doing one note. You'll have to practice at home, okay? You can get it. Okay, let's go to the next line, because guess what? All it is the same thing we did, but this time you're going to play 2. So you're going to play 1, 2, 1. So you're going to have 2 counts for each note, okay? So it's going to sound like this. 1, E, E, and then go to F, F, and then G, G, then F, E. Oh, look at that. They made a trick on G. You got to do 3 G's in a row. Cool. Okay, let's try number 11 together. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. E, E, F, F, G, G, again, G, F, E. Excellent. When you practice at home, my best suggestion is, even if you're not getting a sound, you just keep trying and don't freak out. Just do it slowly and just keep one at a time, okay? Number 12 is quarter notes, okay? So each measure you're going to play, well, most of them are getting 4, and then on the 3rd measure you're going to play G just 2 times, then it goes back to the F, then the E. Okay, ready? 1, 2, ready, play. Open, open, open. F, 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 G, G, F, F, E, E, E. Good. Now, if you've got a pick, you can do the same thing with the pick. You're just going to play just that one note, okay? You can try it. How's it working using a pick? Working pretty good? Cool. Does anyone have any questions about the notes? Because it can be a little tricky. Has anybody ever read music before? Yeah, it's the same thing, the same notes. But if you were to sing this E, this is not the E on the piano that's playing on here. This E that they're showing is an octave higher, okay? So if you were to play this on the piano, it would sound higher, but this is the E that you'll hear on the guitar, okay? So your assignment this week is I want you to go through all of these pages, make sure you've learned all, just kind of review it. All right, I want to explain something that I think is really cool that we're going to try to do. Everybody has songs that they like to hear on the radio or, cool songs that they want to learn on the guitar. So what I'd like you to do is this week, I want you to email me back from the email that I sent you at least 2 songs that you think would be really cool to learn someday on the guitar, okay? And each week we are going to bring one of those songs and we're going to present the song. We may or may not play it here at the time, but we'll give you the lead sheet so that at some time you can do it. We might talk about some of the words. We might talk about some of the chords. Maybe we'll play half of the song because we only know half of it right now. But we'll give you the keys so that eventually you'll be able to play the whole song. And we'll do something for everybody in the class, okay? So your assignment is be thinking of a song you think would be really cool to learn. It can be any song. One thing that I ask is that you just be respectful of people don't want to have explicit lyrics, so make sure there's not any explicit stuff in it, Does that make sense? Anybody have any questions about that? Okay, awesome. Do you? Yeah. Does everybody still have the Row, Row, Row Your Boat song that we I didn't give it to you. That's why. Okay. I'm going to would you guys help me pass these out? We've got 10 minutes. It is 7:50. We got a song we're going to learn. This is a lead sheet.
It's literally just C's.
It is literally C's. Do you guys know how to play C's? Yes. How many else? Do you think you have one? You got one? Okay. Now for those of you at home, I will email you the lead sheet. All it is C. So just get your C finger ready. What we're gonna do is we're gonna teach you this is the cool thing about when it's all C's is that you can sing this as a round. Do you guys know what a round is? So it's like where one group starts and then another group. We're gonna have 3 separate groups, okay? So I think it would be fun to do the first row, the first couple rows, and do it this way, okay? So how about we have Paige, you go to the clear back. Would you sit right here and you do the middle row? So I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These 5. How about you? Well, that's a lot, huh? How about I'm only going to take one of the brothers. These 3. You take these 3. 1, 2, and then you take the rest of the 4 in the back. Okay?
There's 5 in the back.
Is there? I only count 4. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start at the beginning of the thing, and we're going to sing row, row, row your boat. We're going to go through, and I want you to one measure, I want you to do it with one finger. Or not one measure. The first verse, do it with your first finger. Second verse, do it with your second finger. Third verse. So alternate fingers so you're developing your callus. Now, one thing I want you to notice, you know how some of you are having a hard time getting the notes to sound? Yeah. That may be happening when you're doing your chords. So if you were to just play on like the G7, you might be hearing these guys, but you might not be hearing this muted sound. So that's why it's important to hear just one note at a time to make sure, am I hearing that note? you know? Okay. And it might be just developing that callus.
Oh my gosh, I forgot what C is.
Okay, C chord is the second fret, or the second to the bottom. Yes, yes. Okay, everybody see my C chord. Okay. How about we have Paige? How about your group start us out? So we're gonna come out gently. So you're gonna come in on the second line. We'll come in on the third line. And then just sing all the way to the end.
Can you guys play and sing?
We're singing and playing as much as you can. You can play. Okay. This is gonna be awesome. You can do this. And you're basically practicing getting that callus built up. Okay, here we go. Let's do 4 counts of an intro. Paige, you guys do the intro. Row, row, row your boat. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. If you catch a little fish, please let him off the hook. Row, row, row your boat gently down the creek. If you see a little mouse, listen to it squeak. Row, row, row your boat gently down the river. If the river gets you wet, don't forget to shiver. Remember to change your fingers. Row your boat gently to the shore. If you see a lying there, don't forget to roar. Row, row, row your boat, watch the water flow. Rowing's fun, but rowing's hard, that's the way I know. Row, row, row your boat gently down the lake. Don't stand up and rock the boat, that's a big mistake. Row, row, row your boat, see the water run. Rowing here and rowing there, oh, we're almost done. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Row, row, pull to all on the submarine. Have you ever heard all of those verses before?
No, I've only heard the first one.
I know, it's crazy. Okay, how did your fingers do?
Dead. I thought 3 of them were dead.
Nice. That means you worked. Okay, for the last little bit of time, if you have any questions or if you're having any problems, I want you to stay and we'll come help do some problem solving. If you just want to practice, you can, or if you want to start cleaning up, it's good. We're going to let you out 4 minutes early for those of you that need to go. But if any of you have any questions, please hang back and we'll answer them. Thank you so much. That was so great.
I feel like you could have been better.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll see you, Eric.
Yep, I'll see you next week. I'll be there live and in person.
Cool. It will be great to have you here.
Looking forward to it.
Cool. Be safe.